Hello, we are going to go through setting up ShowMojo. So once you have entered in the listing in Rentvine and you have selected only the website and Rentvine system to syndicate on, then we come to ShowMojo. ShowMojo is going to do all of our syndicating and all of our scheduling. So we go to listings first, and you to select one of our active properties, it'll be in dark black rather than gray. So this is the only one we have currently active. We select that. And these first sections are direct imports from Rentvine. So we will want to verify these are correct. If anything's incorrect on these first 5 sections, we will edit it in Rentvine, and then it will feed to these sections here. So all the way through photos, that will all syndicate through Rentvine, or will all feed from Rentvine. The first section we're going to edit is showing notification. So when we log in, it may say disabled. You will want to make sure this is enabled, and then you will see these other options populate. So we'll want to make sure will is selected, enabled is selected, and then we enter in the contact information for the tenant, and then if necessary, the owner. So here I have entered in the tenant's information. I've also entered in my information just for testing. You don't need to enter in this information, just the tenants or the owners. And then ShowMojo will provide at least 24-hour notice for all showings. The only time we might not have 24-hour notice selected here if it is owner occupied and they have a more flexible showing schedule. But it is nice to always have 24-hour notice just so our showing agents have enough notice to show the property. And then this, we want to send out an email for the next 7 days, and ShowMojo will notify individuals when a scheduled showing is canceled within 36 hours of the showing. So once that's all in, you're going to select save. And then the next step is to go to the calendar, and we're going to set up the calendar. So Heather is going to be the showing agent for this property at this time. So you just go up here, you're going to select Heather's calendar, and we're going to go down here, select edit, and this is where we can edit the schedule for the property. So let's say that Heather actually has multiple properties that she's showing. 3704 Livingston has specific showing times. So 4:30 to 7 on Mondays and Wednesdays, and 2 to 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Fridays all day, Saturdays all day, they're okay with. But let's say we had Essex Avenue also available for showings. We would pull down this menu, and then we would select Essex Avenue here. And then Essex is also available from 2 to 7, so we're going to select Essex also in this time frame. Now, Livingston is not available from 10 to 2, so we're not going to select them in this section. Let me know if you have any questions on that. So once we're done with this section, we're going to hit save. And let's say there is a holiday coming up. So we're going to add an exception date. We do have the 4th of July coming up, so we are not going to do any showings. So 10 to 3, not available. Oops. And hit save. So this date, 4th of July, not available. Okay, so we have the showing time set up. Now we're going to go make sure that everything is set up correctly. We're going to go back to listings. We're going to go to listing preview. And we're just going to make sure this is all set up correctly. We're going to select another time. Let's select the 4th. Did that work? Oh, it looks like it isn't allowing us to book. So we will have to go back and make sure that's correctly edited. Everything else looks good here. And we've selected other times, and let's say everything else looks good, so we're good there. Then the next thing we're going to go and do is we are going to go to Zillow, and we're going to ensure that the property is set up correctly in Zillow. So we will enter in that address. And so right now I'll tell you this listing is feeding from the wrong source. And I can tell that by going down and looking here, 6/29/26 is when it was listed for rent, and it says the source is Zillow Rentals, which is the Zillow rental management website. It was not fed from ShowMojo. So here, down here, you can see it was fed from North Star MLS. Now, MLS no longer feeds rental listings. It only feeds sales listings automatically to Zillow. So in this case, what you have to do is you have to go into the Zillow management listing, and cancel it. And then we need to wait for the ShowMojo to syndicate. So I'm going to have to come back tomorrow and see that it is syndicating correctly so that people can schedule tours. So in the event that it was set up correctly, we would be able to request a tour, and then there should be some time options that would populate here, as well as our questionnaire. So that this is another way we know. Also, I would never provide my direct phone number and email address, personal email address, on Zillow any longer. So these are all flags that this is set up incorrectly. So once we have completed all that, we are done for the day, and we will just come back and verify tomorrow that Zillow is now feeding correctly, and also that the listing preview times are accurate. Now, in the event that we cannot figure out how to make that July 4th accurate, what we're going to do is we're going to go into ShowMojo. We're going to go in to this question mark. We're going to do a live chat. And down here, there'll be the screen box. Don't fill this out. Go to the screen, circle, start a new chat, enter in your questions. I'm a property manager. Showing restrictions. How to. Let's see. They say. And it usually gives you a few recommended help links. Do you still need more help? Yes. And then they'll connect you to a live agent. Usually it's pretty quick during regular business hours. Okay, that's everything.